It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. KJ Hamler returning it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is Melvin Gordon, and right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Throwing his lock on third down. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Touchdown.
KJ Hamler, 71 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, second down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. From the gun, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Running for it. Here's Chung. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. First down, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. This is the tight end, Fant. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Bronco ball carrier.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Locke going to get this into the hands of Gordon. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They'll run with Lindsey, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Melvin Gordon.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Locke will try to sneak, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Drew Locke keeping it himself from a yard out, and the Broncos have taken the lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace. And
sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost...
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run with Chubb. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll try again with Chubb, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. About a half yard from the end zone, third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. He's got it, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They're turned away on fourth and goal, and the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Locke. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down.
And it's third down.
Locke working out of the gun. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and 2, Lock's going to throw. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down. Play action. Now it's Lock. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
For Jerry Judy.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mayfield off the play fake. And that will be incomplete.
You wonder with any receiver how he'll handle working over the middle in the NFL, especially with a young receiver. They tried it there to no avail.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Myles Garrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
3rd down and goal.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Now Lock. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The penalty certainly makes things tougher here as they try again. 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Lock. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
The kick by McManus is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Mayfield on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After 17-7 the score on EA Sports.
Browns 7.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Kareem Jackson on the coverage.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Nick Chubb.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Mayfield to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball. Deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Mayfield on play action. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Broncos.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Landry now on the return. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
4-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. It's their cornerback taking it in. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Blocking the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 45 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one one-handed for a touchdown. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
At the 11-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Operating from the gun, Westbrook into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now Gordon on 1st down. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Locke gonna go on 4th down. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham. 57 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Myles Garrett.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Locke. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
And a Broncos 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the draw. Lindsey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The ball carrier.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Tackle made right at midfield. It's a gain of 6. First down, Denver.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He had 5 catches in the wild card win, and that's his 5th here, and it's good for a first down.
Here we go.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
At the 20-yard line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, it's Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And McManus able to put it through. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
To kick off for Denver.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mayfield. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
12 yards.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
3-yard line.
On second down now. It's Gordon. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game. From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
56.
They do go for it. It's Locke. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Locke working out of the gun. He may try and run for this. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Lindsey. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now to the air. Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. From the gun, it's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Rolling to his right, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Wilson with a 1st down carry. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Number 46.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action. Westbrook sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Hamler now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Early down stuff should put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On second down, it's Gordon.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Lock on target to Fant for a Bronco first down. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Melvin Gordon, 35 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
28.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line. The
Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. He sets to fire deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his running back, Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance. And he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try and sneak it here. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it this time. Touchdown! A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Block on the give. It's Lindsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football. And that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap to Lock. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Again, it's Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 27 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he's dropped right at the 40, gain of 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it. This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Chubb.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have moved out in front.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Locke now on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Locke completes it to Fant on the right side.
Locke's pass.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And again, it's Chubb. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Dancing to his left. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Locke to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Now Locke. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. They're going with Lindsey. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw is Locke. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
3rd down.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Back to throw. Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something.